I think in the CSU, why it's different is, the Cal States, we've been doing online education for a long time, and so I think the oversubscription is clearly what we're seeing is at the undergraduate level. So right now we only have 2 programs at the undergraduate level. We're going to be adding another one in the fall, and hopefully as many as we can next year. Students really need that degree completion opportunity. We have lots and lots of students throughout the state that have accumulated lots and lots of units, many students with over 100, 120 units, but no degree. So we have to get them to the finish line, and students recognize that. We're inviting those students to reconnect with us. We know who those students are, so the campuses are reaching out to them. The president at Fresno State is sending a letter to his students saying, you were part of our learning community. We understand that you're not anymore. Come on back. Look at some online education options. So that's why the undergraduate programs are seeing this strong demand. We're not there with our graduate programs, and that's because if you travel around and you see the sign for Penn State's global campus or Arizona State Online, the students have a lot more choices for graduate level programs, MBA type programs, technology-based programs for working professionals, and we don't, as a system, have a built-in base of students for that, but we expect as students graduate from our baccalaureate programs that they will have opportunities to go on at the graduate level. So I think that'll be an organic growth. So the core demand, since we've been up and running only in January, so we only have a few weeks of data, over 85% of the students contacting us are looking for undergraduate degree completion programs. That's our big need. And that's the community we're here in this initial couple of years to serve.
Well, that's terrific, though. It's a huge change.
And that's at $400 to $500 a unit?
So one thing on the UC was, I think a big issue was that the courses were priced too high. They were about $1,800, $2,000 a course, no financial aid for the non-UC students. And the target was 3,000 students. And so I think, and then the MOOCs came along right when this was out, students could get stuff for free. And so I think the price was undercut. And so I think that was a gigantic.
So you guys just had a bad business model then?
Well, I think that statement is debatable because 2 years ago the business model looked good. Now things have changed a lot in the last 2 years. I think everybody would admit that. And so it probably needs a different business model, and we've been working on that. I'd also like to make the point, though, that I think I mentioned we've run 18 courses so far. All but I think one of those have filled up with the number of students from UC that we've had seats to enroll. There are still limitations in how many you can take into any given course based on the resources that are available. All of those have filled up, and we've had very strong retention rates, which sometimes is a problem with online courses. We're probably more in the 95% range of students who still maintain and finish the course at the end.
We've all heard about this one person going through. What's that all about?
Well, there actually have been more than that since.
Because we've heard this like 3 times over the last.
Yeah. Well, these are the non-UC students that we hope to enroll. They're ones that might be stopped out from a program they're in. They might be a community college student or a high school student who's looking to take a course. We charge fees that are comparable to UC tuition, which, as you know, is already at the highest level within the state of anything that's of public accessibility. Because of the free MOOCs that are there, because of changes in what's available in other places, currently we're not having the enrollments that were expected from the beginning. We're trying to redefine and retool the process by which we're doing that, and we still hope to generate that as a part of a way to bring additional revenues into the university. But
that's a much better explanation. Now I get it. I'd heard this
Sure.
thing. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Samuels, you mentioned that, because we always hear, the